At the federal level, starting in 2001, we borrowed $1 trillion to give income earners over $250,000 a tax break, which is just added to the national debt. And here at the state of Rhode Island in 2006, the tax cut is added, or cost $132 million in reducing the top rates. So I'm supporting Representative Simity's bill because it rebalances the tax code, and it addresses what she pointed out, I thought quite well, how the current tax structure in Rhode Island is regressive. Lower income people are paying a much higher percentage of their income. This bill will address the regressivity of the tax system.
The quid pro quo was to set the rate at 5.99 and then phase out exemptions and deductions. And I think that needs to be revisited because you have to look at what impact that had on the upper middle class versus the very wealthy in just meeting a cosmetic issue of getting the rate of 5.9. I don't think anybody in this room could really defend the difference between 6.2 and 5.9 on certain levels of income. Now, so then I would conclude there is some room to make a modest increase in the top marginal rate for the top 1%. However, you should not, in my opinion, just base it on what I've said or base it on a budget issue. What is really important is that the decision should not be made in a vacuum, and it should be predicated on how the proceeds will be used. And the issue in this state is not the budget. The issue in this state is getting this economy moving again and thinking outside the box and using tax policy in a constructive way.
This is a failed tax policy. There's no question about it. And I think that when this was first put into effect in 2006, even though we disagreed with it at the time, we should look at it as a hopeful experiment. Now that we have gone through the test of time and seen the results, I think we can say that the experiment failed. It did not give the results that we expected, and we all hoped and expected that jobs would be created. If they had been, if our unemployment rate was 4 or 5% right now, I don't think that these bills would be before you, and you would probably all get home a lot earlier tonight.